Hey everybody, welcome back to Ravenhawk Coins and today's live stream preview for the auction tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, June 28th, 2020. We're going to have a live auction and we're also going to do a one box search after the auction because we have a pretty good amount of stuff on the table. As you can see here, there's actually an item or two that I don't even have in the frame, but we're going to go over these items and show you what's up for grabs tomorrow. Very, very excited about this. So a couple of the first highlights, one of them really, really nice is this 1988 American Silver Eagle. This is a BU, and it comes in this nice little velvet case here. Very, very cool. And there it is. So that is one item up for grabs to start. Then we have a really cool, and you guys have seen these before. I was lucky to get my hands on one more set. The 2011 Canadian Happy Birthday set. And a lot of people might say to themselves, well, what's so special? You can only get this coin right there and this set. And they didn't make a lot of them. So very, very cool that we have that in the mix as well. We also have for the West Point aficionados, we have the 2020 West Points, the Samoa and Weir Farm. We have two of these up for grabs in cool little holders. Now the other side say National Park quarters, but honestly it was just done so that these could be put in really nice holders and shipped and kept in very good condition. And then finally, or not finally, and then for the other part of the West Point quarters, we have the entire five set in here, everything from the Lowell to the War in the Pacific and the San Antonio mission and whatnot. Very, very cool custom made case. So those are up for grabs. And then we have some bullion in the mix. These are the Stagecoach 1 ounce fractional bars, breaker bars, where you can break these into quarter ounces. There's going to be 3 of those bad boys up for grabs. It's going to be really, really cool. And I have a couple items that we're going to put under the scope. And starting off actually with this 1861 seated Liberty seated halftime. And the camera's probably not going to want to focus on this too greatly. So we're going to put this under the scope and check this out. It's really, really cool. I'm happy to have this. Matter of fact, we're going to switch over to the full screen scope there and take a look. Now, this is an 1861, and I don't grade coins or do the condition or whatnot. You know, that's for you guys to judge yourself. But these are very, very, very hard to find half dimes because how small they are. They, you know, for one, getting them in really good condition is hard to find, and 2, a lot of them are lost. The reverse on this is really nice. Very cool little coin. So that's our first seated Liberty half dime, and then we have one that's just a little bit older, in 1852, and I believe this one is actually in a little bit better shape. Yeah, there's a little bit more in the Liberty on the shield, and just overall a really, really gorgeous little coin to own, and cannot wait to see who ends up owning this bad boy. But there, that is a 1852 and an 1861. Then we had one more in the seated item, and that is a quarter. This is an 1853. It's got almost full Liberty there. And again, I don't grade, I don't claim anything except, you know, knowing the age of the coin and that I liked it. You know, when I get these, I try to find something that's a little bit, you know, within people's budgets and still is a decent enough coin to add to your collection, or a bill, you know. On the reverse, this reverse is actually in really, really, really nice condition in my mind for the age of the coin. This thing is really, really cool. So that is another item up for grabs. Excuse me. We have a 1917 Philly Buffalo nickel. Now this one is more of something, I just liked it for the patina and the overall look of the coin and the age. It's 103 years old. Kind of more of an entry-level Buffalo as far as condition. But, you know, I didn't want to make every last lot be something that was super expensive. So this is something I just tossed in there to add a little something to the mix. for some fun. And then coming up next, guys, is a 1909 Philly VDB. This is a stunner. This thing is gorgeous. Look at the detail in Mr. Lincoln. Yes, this is a 1909 VDB Lincoln Cent, Philadelphia. And we will flip it over and show you the world famous VDB initials that you're looking for. Give me 1 second here to line this right. And there's the reverse. There's the initials right there at the bottom, the VDB. The wheat stalks look really nice for this, a coin this age. And I'm sorry the plastic kind of doesn't always do it perfect justice. That's why I'm trying to move it around for you a little, give you a little bit of an idea. I do see a little bit of, you know, environmental damage of some sort right here with that black spot and a couple of the little pits there. But other than that, this is a beautiful coin. And honestly, these are getting harder to find. And to be honest, this almost looks, guys, I think this might be a center punched with a brockage. Because I'm looking at how far away E Pluribus Unum and stuff is, but you know what? I don't have another wheat around me to compare it with right now, but I do notice something with the bottom part here, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I'll probably do some more research in a little bit after this to see, but it's still going to be something up for grabs. That's a really, really cool item. Then we have a 1938 Denver Buffalo, and this thing is a stunner. It's a beauty. It's in a nice little capsule here right there, 1938. You can see all that gorgeous detail. I mean, just a beautiful, beautiful nickel. We're going to turn this bad boy over so you can see what I'm talking about. The reverse is really, really nice. Of course, there's that really gorgeous full detail, full horn that is just unreal. And, you know, throughout the rest of the Buffalo, you look for the shoulders right here, normally for the wear, and on the back hip here. And you can see that that's got the nice point up in the air and still some definition to it. So this thing has really been kept pristine. And then, of course, there is the mint mark right there for the Denver. So that's the 1938 Buffalo. Then we have some slabbed coins coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. And this one is a 1954 San Francisco MS66 Roosevelt dime. These are really, really nice. This one is a stunner, guys. I'm going to show you starting with the reverse here. There's that San Francisco mint mark. And you know what? That actually looks like that could be a repunched mint mark, guys. Holy smokes. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that's... Wow. Another thing I'm going to have to do some research on, because I only looked at this with my bare eye before. I didn't do anything but, you know, look at the coin and the case. And, yeah, it's a 1954. It's got some really interesting toning, and it's supposed to be an MS66. So let me see something here again. I like the toning, but that's surprising. I'm surprised that has, I don't know, the grade's pretty good on that. I would have thought the torch would have been a bit more detailed, but maybe it's just because of how much focus there is on this. But anyways, either way, an NGC slabbed. And let me get this to focus better, guys, because I think that might be part of the problem with why I'm having an issue with it. Give me 1 second here. Huh. There we go. That is pretty interesting. All right. Either way, so that is the 1954 Roosevelt. And then a really nice 1942 PCGS MS65 Walking Liberty. And honestly, with these scopes it's hard to get them in the right position. There we go. At least you can get the detail on this. I mean, you can see full detail in the the dress, and I mean, even like the ripples in the lines right here and underneath. This thing is just a stunner. All the lines through the legging of the dress, and then the reverse is just amazing as well. We're gonna turn that over and get a look at the eagle. And as you can see, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous coin. Again, that is a 1942 PCGS MS65 Walking Liberty. Then our next slabbed coin up is a 1944 Denver Mercury with full split bands. Now, I have it upside down there for a second. Hold on, let me get it this way. With the way that these holders are made, it's kind of hard to get it to go like that to give you the whole diamond there. Matter of fact, I can't get it to show there, so I apologize that this is sideways, but definitely you get to see that this is a stunner 1944, and we'll flip it over, and there you see the full split bands on the torch and the Denver Mint. So that is a really, really cool item up for grabs. Then up next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back to the auction layout. It's going to be these three mint sets together. We have 1968, 1969, and 1970. It has the 40%er half in there, and then the Philly, San Francisco, and Denver mints in each one of these, because these are business strike style special mint sets. So those are three of those up to grabs, especially the 1970. I haven't even really looked at this. I just got these together and figured that'd be a cool lot to do together. So that's all the coins that we have. And then we have some currency. This is a beautiful 10-cent fractional, and I'll let it speak for itself. This thing is unbelievable, guys. If you take a look at these online, you can get a good idea of what they go for. Trying to see if I can find the year right off. I think it's like 1874, 1854. Let me see here. There we go, 1874. And very, very nice piece. This one's in great condition. Matter of fact, I will put it a little bit more under the scope because the fractional ones are a little bit easier to get under there. Now, these lights always get annoying on these scopes. Alright, so there we go. We can still see that pretty well. And that talks about how you can have this redeemed in up to sums of $3 at the time. And just really, really cool. It has the act of Congress there and the date. June 30th, and hold on, I'll pull this out so we can see it a little better. Matter of fact, I don't know why there's this little sticker on here, guys. I apologize. I should have been better prepared. And I think this one's like 1864. Yeah, so the Act of Congress is 1864, but the note itself is 1874. So a very cool little 10-cent fractional note, and in awesome condition. Something that if you're collecting currency, you definitely would enjoy having in your collection. Then up next, a Confederate 25-cent from the state of Alabama fractional currency right there, 25-cent piece. This thing is awesome. It's actually, you can see the inking that's been used in sign and the way that it's toned over the years, because like I've said before in other videos, with currency from these times, these were handmade. They used minerals and stuff in the processes, so you'll get different things that happen to the bills over time, different colors and whatnot that show up in the inks. So that's pretty cool. That one is really, really nice. Then we have this awesome, this thing is really cool, a 1953 Series A Star Note $5 blue seal, as you can see right there. And that is a really cool one to have in your collection. This one is actually a bit of an error. As you can see, it's a bit offset here at the edge. And so that's kind of cool in itself, because now you have a air note that's a replacement note. And even the seal is a little bit off-centered on the 5. So very, very nice bill to add to your collection. That's another one up for grabs. Then I have a 1963 Red Seal $5 star note. And guys, those of you that collect currency that know, these older bills with the star notes are very hard to get your hands on. And we also have a $2 bill, and this is a star note. This is a 1953 series. Very, very nice one to add to your collection. I'm sorry for the little bit of the blurriness on the camera there. Sometimes it doesn't. There we go. There's a better zoom. And it does have that little crease down the center. However, for this type of bill, it still has a very nice premium. And for the grading, this would still grade pretty nice. You're allowed up to 4 very prominent folds to still be considered a pretty good grade. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we have a horse blanket up for grabs, and this is a 1923 Blue Seal horse blanket. It's very, very cool. It's a very large bill. This thing's in pretty nice condition for its age, and something that is not too out of the reach for somebody that's trying to add something cool and older to their collection. And then finally, 2 more Confederate notes that I really, really think are just unbelievable. This one is in brilliant, just crisp, uncirculated condition. This is a $5 Confederate note, and it is from Richmond, Virginia. And looking for the date. I forget the date on this one. I should have wrote it down. I apologize, guys. But oh, there it is, 1864. Oh man, I should have been able to see that quicker, but right there, 1864. And this thing is a beauty, very gorgeous. And you remember, these are all handmade and hand cut back then. This one is not too bad on the centering. Could be just a little tiny bit better, but that thing is in awesome condition and something that is definitely worth adding to your collection. Now the Coup De Gras, the nice one here, is a $20 Confederate States of America, and again 1864 Richmond, Virginia. $20 Confederate note, and this thing is beautiful. And this one is actually centered very, very well as far as with the margins and everything, and for the hand cutting and whatnot. And the reverse is just beautiful. So like you can see on the screen right there, it says that all sales are final and payments due by the end of auction. There's a shipping flat fee is $4 in the United States. If you're out of the United States, international, you want to be a part of the auction, I will cover, all you have to do is cover your shipping, and that's all I ask for international. And then, guys, if we get 200 likes during the live stream auction and 1 box coin roll hunt, we will be giving away, and I'm going to put this under the scope, that awesome 1883 Morgan dollar BU given to us by A Foot for Silver. It's an O. And another thing that we're going to be giving away, there's going to be some surprises through the night, but we're going to be giving away this really cool, what I call entry-level currency collector's grab bag. And why I say it's really, really cool is, one, you're going to start off with a silver certificate X note, so you know that that's a higher in the series. It's hard to get that X in the serial number. Although the condition isn't super great, the serial number itself is pretty cool, having the X series on it. Then you're going to get a $5 red seal, and this one is a 1963, so somebody's going to get this, along with a 1963 star note. Now, like I said, these are kind of entry-level condition. However, this star note in its condition is worth a pretty penny itself, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, if you look them up, they're hard to get most of the time, and this is a pretty cool thing to add to your collection. So you never know what else we're going to add, but we're definitely going to have some other prizes as well. And like I said, we'll see you 5 p.m. Central Standard Time June 28th with me, Raven. And like always, please make sure to take care of one another. Raven Hot Coins, have a great day.